Hello, everyone. I'm Makeda Valletta, also known as the Body Scientist. Hello, I hope all you all are doing well. Right now, I'm live on my IG page at the underscore body underscore scientist, and also live on my YouTube page, the Body Scientist 80. I'm sorry, recording on a different camera to post on my YouTube page, the Body Scientist 81. Be sure you follow me in both places. In case you're familiar with me, I have a background in exercise and sports science and nutrition science, okay? And I have a holistic approach when it comes to health. And I like to dig into the science and make the connections, translate it for people, because there's a lot of politics in science, a lot of politics in health science, and what we're getting told, and a lot of people, don't have the scientific literacy. Also, a lot of practitioners don't read scientific research. A lot of practitioners just do what they do and don't keep up with the research. A lot of researchers don't work with people, and there's a disconnect, okay? So I like to translate and help educate. And so I hope all of you are well. Today I wanted to talk about COVID-19 and how it can affect the heart, because we keep hearing about the respiratory symptoms, right? But that's not the only issue that can happen. You can also get very bad gastrointestinal problems, and I did a video about that yesterday, talking about how it can affect your gastrointestinal tract, how to be careful for that, how to monitor that. But it can also really affect your heart, also your nervous tissue. The COVID virus, it's the SARS-CoV-2 virus, it binds to ACE2 receptors in our cells. And we have ACE2 receptors in our lungs, but we also have many of them on our hearts, and we have them in our gastrointestinal tract, and our liver, I think our kidneys, and our trachea, and our nervous tissue as well. Okay? And so a lot of the people who are dying from COVID are actually dying from heart complications. And when you understand that there are ACE2 receptors on the heart, it makes sense, okay? Also, I've been talking a lot about the importance of vitamin D. Vitamin D and saturated fat also play a critical role in the health of your heart and your lungs. You need saturated fat for your lungs to function properly, okay? Absolutely necessary. You also need saturated fat for your heart to function properly. That's absolutely necessary. And vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin that is accompanied with saturated fat, and together they both help prevent infections, help strengthen your immune system, and help keeping your body working at its optimal level. Below this YouTube video, I'm going to post some references for you guys to look into your own research, because I actually don't have a lot of time, and I'm always, trying to put out as much information as possible. But I like for people to also do their own research, so I will put lots of references below on my YouTube video. But because the virus binds to the ACE2 receptors, people have to be careful who are on ACE2 inhibitors or ARBs. You have people who have high blood pressure, heart disease, who get put on heart medications. And a lot of them affect the ACE2 receptor. They either block it or something. And that's not good, because when you're taking those kind of medications, your body actually your cells produce more ACE2 receptors, okay? So go figure, you're taking a medication to block it, and then your body produces more. So that's more doorways, okay? More doorways for the virus to get into your cells and cause serious damage. This is why I have a holistic approach to things, because there are many different factors that play a role in something, and they're all related, okay? This is why it's so important to eat foods that's high in vitamin D, vitamin A, that's high in saturated fats, and have your probiotics, okay? And so heart palpitations are also symptoms and signs of COVID. So anybody who has heart disease or a delicate heart or any kind of heart medication has to especially be careful, okay? And again, I want you to check my references below about saturated fats in the heart, okay? Because what is really bad for the heart is sugar, okay? Sugar, not only does it feed bad bacteria, it messes up your blood, causes your blood to stick together, and that's what causes the issue. Sugar and vegetable oil, okay? Corn oil. Well, actually, it's not even vegetable oil. What they call vegetable oil are really seed oils. So that's canola oil, corn oil, soybean oil, safflower oil, sunflower oil. Those actually all come from seeds and not vegetables, okay? But all those oils are super toxic, super inflammatory, pro-inflammatory, and so is sugar, okay? And when people die from COVID, a lot of it's from inflammation, okay? So being on a pro-inflammatory diet, which a lot of people are, if you're eating industrial fats and sugar all the time, that definitely does not help, okay, at all. And so you remember, you need lots of saturated fats, and you can get them from pasture eggs from the farm, raw milk and dairy, you know, animal fats from healthy animals from the farm, okay? Really, really important. So just know that this is one of the reasons why, too, that this virus is so dangerous, is because it binds to the ACE2 receptors really aggressively. And remember, that can affect your heart, your gastrointestinal tract, your lungs, your liver. They're also in the uterus, okay? They're also in the testicles, okay? There's ACE2 receptors everywhere. So we probably won't even know all the effects that this virus has on people's bodies. But just understand that it can definitely affect your heart too. So if anybody, and also like not being able to breathe, and that's also heart issues, okay? But heart palpitations and, you know, having issues with your heart rate are also signs. So be sure to nourish your heart. And I'll be doing longer videos about that on my Patreon page. I do have to run right now, but check the references below and stay healthy, people. I think I said everything I wanted to say. There's so much I want to say because I'm always researching. But I was like, I'm going to make this video quick. So I think I said what I needed to say. You need the vitamin D. You need the saturated fats for your heart, okay? Stay away from the corn oil. Stay away from the soybean oil, safflower oil, sunflower oil, canola oil, which is in a lot of so-called health foods, okay? And the sugars, you know, the sugars, no, all right? So you can eat all the bacon, eggs, steak, raw dairy, cheese, as long as it's coming from healthy animals. Eat as much of that as possible. It's actually very good for your heart and good for your lungs. Your lungs also need saturated fat to be healthy. And one of the things that happens to people with their lungs with this virus is that once it gets into the cells in the lungs, it builds up this fluid that overloads, it outweighs the saturated fat in your lungs. And when that happens, the saturated fats prevent there being too much pressure and buildup. Okay, so you definitely need saturated fats to keep your lung healthy and working optimally. All right? Okay, people, take care, stay healthy, check my references, and stay well. Okay, bye, people.